Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in a long time, AEW president and owner Tony Khan delivered on his groundbreaking announcement that he pretty much at this point does every single week on AEW TV, because at Full Gear in Los Angeles, California, he announced that the biggest free agent in recent memory is now All Elite. And the man we're talking about, of course, is Will Ospreay, a man who just had two classics, instant classics, fantastic bouts in Impact Wrestling. One against Mike Bailey at Bound for Glory, the other against Josh Alexander on a normal episode of Impact on Access TV, and he won both of them because you got to keep this guy on top. And the fact of the matter is, this is AEW's biggest get in a very, very long time. It might be the biggest get in their company history, and I know that might be putting it a little bit too high. But think about the possibilities. Think about the future this man has in AEW. Think about the future that he can create with All Elite Wrestling. Kenny Omega, he's already in his 40s. He's on his way out, or at least out of the main event title picture. He already put MJF over. Chris Jericho, past his prime. Adam Copeland, Edge, he just came in, and without the WWE machine, all he is just another big name. Again, I'm talking about business. I'm talking about selling tickets. He hasn't quite done that for AEW yet. Bryan Danielson, the exact same thing. Adam Cole, we could talk about many other superstars in AEW that have arrived and haven't made quite an impact in terms of business. But Will Ospreay, and again, he's just an independent name at this point to most North American fans, casual wrestling fans, because he's been most of his career he's spent in New Japan Pro Wrestling. And I'm not truly versed in New Japan Pro Wrestling, but I do recognize a star when I see one, and Will Ospreay is just that. So with that said, at Full Gear, Will Ospreay pretty much called his shot. He said that at All In London next year, August 2024, he's going to reach the pinnacle of AEW. He's going to be the main event of that show, and I have no doubt in my mind that that will come to pass. That has to come to pass. That is how big of a get Will Ospreay is, and you have to get him there. You have to book him to the point that you believe that there is absolutely no chance anyone can stop him. And I wouldn't mind seeing Will Ospreay versus MJF for the World Championship at All In London. Now, I'm not saying MJF is keeping that title up until All In, much like Roman Reigns has done in WWE. I'm just saying, to me, and again, I may be overstating here. I may be overhyping it. And I'm definitely overhyping it if I'm calling it Rock and Steve Austin, but in AEW's world, in their universe, of their magnitude, this could be the very start of their Rock versus Austin, MJF versus Ospreay. You build your company around these two guys, and then you complement them with younger guys, like a Swerve Strickland, like a Hangman Adam Page. You keep Kenny Omega in the mix. You gotta keep what you're doing right now with all these older guys like Chris Jericho, like Bryan Danielson, like Paul White or whatever, all these Sting, all these legends that have to go away at this point. That's my opinion. You do that with Kenny Omega. You keep him in the mix. You continue to build up Darby Allin. At some point, Jack Perry comes back. You build him up. Orange Cassidy, Hook, all these stars need to be built up to the point that Will Ospreay can just knock them the hell down and keep Will Ospreay and MJF at the top of their game on AEW so you can get the maximum result possible from AEW's biggest signing in a very long time in Will Ospreay. And again, I might be overhyping it. I might be too excited about seeing this man in AEW, but the fact of the matter is, I did not want him in WWE. I did not want him in TNA Wrestling. TNA Wrestling couldn't afford him. And especially, I did not want him in arenas with 500 to 1,000 to 1,500 people. No. I want him in the competition, in AEW, building up that company, making a name for himself, so we can get that brand-to-brand competition that we need. And AEW better not make the same mistake they did with Jay White with Will Ospreay, because Will Ospreay is a once-in-a-lifetime professional wrestler. You keep him in the mix, professional wrestler, MJF, once-in-a-lifetime, sports entertainer. You put them together, there's your main event, there's your next two top stars, there's your next box office draws for the next 5 to 10 years. That is AEW's game plan, in my opinion, if they play their cards right. That is how big of a signing Will Ospreay is. Fact of the matter is, that's it. That's a fact of life, much like LA Knight would say. So with that said, if you think I'm overhyping it, if you aren't as excited about Will Ospreay coming to AEW, if you have a different opinion, which I'm sure you do, leave your thoughts, comments, predictions, everything about Will Ospreay joining AEW in the very near future and him becoming All Elite in the comment section below. As far as tonight is concerned, tune in later on tonight to Access TV for another episode of Impact Wrestling. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. Enjoy your time with your loved ones, with your friends tonight. If you live in North America, of course, United States, it's Thanksgiving tonight. So with that said, I'm Alexis Carrillo. This has been Wrestling Talk, and I'll see you next time.